but it's only on a certain depth. I don't know if this will change its tune if given more time. So Kasparov actually played though h6. So was this an inaccuracy? It's still a slight advantage to white, but not as much as bishop c1, according to Rybka now. So h6, knight e7. So we have the drama now of both sides queening soon, apparently. So e5 now was played, bishop e3, king c4. Now Kasparov took on d4 and played king g2. b2. King came to f3. So the king's trying to herd the pawns now. Finally, it's come out of the corner and is herding the pawns forward. So the white rook is going to sacrifice itself, which it does now. King takes g6, and we have now this ending where Kasparov played now queen h7, so he's got still this dangerous passed g pawn, which counts more than black's extra pawn. So a very critical position here. So move 51, queen h7. According to Wiki, this move threatened to gain Kasparov tempo by advancing the king with discovered check. So there'll be discovered check against the white king. Kasparov later said he had considered dead drawn, and the subsequent table bases confirmed it to be so. But Felican recommended d5, and Pats favoured b5. Well, BlackElo sat out of the game turn. For the first time in 40 moves, Crush's recommendation was not selected, receiving only 34% for king a1 compared to 39% for b5. So a plausible explanation for this move selection emerged when someone bragged to the bulletin board that he had tricked MSN into letting him vote multiple times for b5. He also included an explanation of how he had done this, whether or not he actually added unfair votes, and if so, whether or not the number of votes was added enough to tip the balance. The ballot stuffing method he outlined was indeed workable, as several bulletin board members verified on the 59th move after Kasparov had already secured victory. So basically there was a vote stuffing issue with this whole consultation game. It wasn't like a login on chessbowl.net where you could know who's been voting what, and they couldn't vote multiple times. You can enforce that. With this anonymous voting, it was possible for someone to stuff the votes. So unfortunately, in this position, Rybka actually gives king a2 or king a1 with advantage to white, and b5 is the third move, but with a much bigger advantage to white. So we have this discovered check now. King b2, check, king a1. Now queen f4 was played. By the way, on that 52nd move, after this king f6 discovered check, king b2 is apparently giving a question mark by Wiki. Table bases has shown that Kasparov could have forced win with queen e4, but the win is so deep he failed to spot it. So apparently there was a table base win with queen e4. So basically this was also given a question mark, exclamation mark, and after queen f4, Kasparov gave the team a chance to save the draw, after all with concrete defence. However, the position is so complex that the bulletin board discussion was not sure any defensive move was sufficient. Eventually, they and Crush recommended sacrificing the b pawn with b4 in order to allow the black queen to give check on the f file. BlackElo advocated centralising the black queen with queen d5, whilst Felican and Pat suggested queen d3. Later analysis showed that BlackElo's recommendation could hold the draw in a relatively comprehensible fashion, and Felican and Pat's move could hold after some desperately ingenious squirming. But Crush's move would concede Kasparov a forced win if he could find it. So b4 was played. and Kasparov just took that B pawn. And now it is looking dire according to Rybko, plus 1.48 for the first time, massive advantage for white. So this G pawn is really dangerous. Check, King G7, D5, Queen D4 check. Now G6, so the G pawn's marching forward one more step. Kasparov played forcefully on moves 55 to 57, and the world team responded each time with a large majority for the most plausible move. On move 58, however, there was another swirl of controversy. Both Queen E4 and Queen F5 looked reasonable, but the bulletin board had analysed the former to a forced loss, and Crush duly recommended the latter. Due to an email glitch, a recommendation analysis was not received on time by the MSN site. Kasparov admitted that Queen F5 would have put up a stiffer resistance, but claimed it was also losing and published a forced win. Subsequently, table bases showed an error in Kasparov's analysis, confirmed that Queen F5 could not have saved the draw with best play on both sides. So Queen E4 was played here, and then there was a check, another check, King F6, making way for the G pawn. After D4, G7, finally, the world team had enough. With his 60-second move, Kasparov announced the forced mate in 25 moves, found by the computer program Deep Jr. In light of this, 51% of the world team voters opted to throw in the towel, resign, on October 22nd, 4 months after the game had commenced. Kasparov had said of this game, "I'd spent more time analysing this than any other game." In the year 2000, Kasparov published a book about the match, Kasparov Against the World, the story of the greatest online challenge, co-written with Grandmaster Daniel King. So if you want to get that book, it's a 202-page book. It holds the record for the longest analysis devoted to a single game. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.